Good morning, y'all. This is our cultural presentation on Native Hawaiian and other Pacific Islanders, and we hope you enjoy our presentation. Today's agenda: Introduction, Geography, Culture, Ethnicity, Religious Beliefs, Folk Medicine, Healers, and Modalities. Introduction. Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islanders refers to a person having origins in any of the following. Their population was one of the fastest growing race groups between 2000 and 2010, from about 400,000 to 540,000. Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islanders represent about 0.4% of the population in the United States. Geography. The Pacific Islands, also sometimes called Oceania, consist of three distinct island groups in the Pacific Ocean: Micronesia, Melanesia, and Polynesia. Cultural values. Core values that consist of balance, family, and compassion. All of these values have a strong influence on health behaviors. Central concept: Lakehi balance, referred to as the Lakehi triangle, consists of physical, mental, and spiritual harmony. Includes not only the physical body, but also the environment and mental state. The life of the land is the life of the people. The land, trees, oceans, and winds all impact the body, mind, and spirit through mana. It is believed that all things in nature are interrelated by creative power from the gods. Family. Extended family is a primary element of the social structure. Family members need to be involved in the decision-making and treatment plans for health issues. Includes the values of lalima, helping, and kuleana, responsibility. These families are more likely than other ethnicities to share cultural values and beliefs, such as an obligation to the community and a strong sense of cohesion in adversity. They are very multicultural and may identify with more than one ethnic or racial group. Their culture traditionally reveres elders. They have a strong responsibility to take care of the loved ones and ensure they feel respected and cared for. Grandparents in the population may often be primary caregivers of children. Treatment. Female or young patients must have an initial interview conducted with a male present in the room. Caregivers must ask permission to perform physical exams, particularly in the abdomen, pelvic area, or thighs, since these areas are considered taboo. They tend to keep elderly relatives at home with them, which can create caregiver stress. They are reluctant to discuss wills due to their fear of death. Cultural beliefs may keep them from donating or accepting organs because of spiritual essence. Religious beliefs. Health. Until the arrival of Western civilizations, the people lived in a thriving and nourishing environment. There were very few illnesses. They followed the Kapu system. Present-day practitioners acknowledge spiritual considerations and the patient relationship with their God or higher power in determining how to effect the healing process. Traditional healing practitioners focus on holistic health, encompassing the patient's physical, mental, and spiritual needs. Common health practices include massage, herbal plant-based healing, prayer, and conflict resolution. Health patterns and illness. They have a relatively high rates of smoking, drinking, obesity, and suicides compared to other ethnic groups. Social isolation is credited as one of the primary causes of psychological problems and depression. Obesity rate is at approximately 69.3%. Leading causes of death: heart disease, cancer, stroke and diabetes. Rates of cardiovascular disease, obesity and diabetes are steadily increasing. They prefer to access health services located within their own community or to engage in group-based health approaches. A large percentage of the population has limited access to medical treatment, a lack of health insurance, and experiences high cost of care. High incidence of mortality rates for most cancers and chronic diseases and lowest rate of prenatal care and immunizations for children. In many regions, the changing of the seasons and extreme levels of humidity cause many respiratory problems. Because of this, there are as many as 58 herbal remedies for asthma. Drinking of salt water followed by fresh water is considered a universal remedy. Various native plants are used to relieve pain or injuries, and the plants are brewed into healing teas. Healers and modalities. Hawaiian healers. They are priests or teachers trained from Heo, which is a healing temple. Kahuna means keeper of the secret. Most only treat members of their family, referred to as papa or uncle. There are many different types of kahunas. The kahunas pray using waipa to divide waters, the sinmana, which is divine power, and use powers of the mind to accomplish healing and spiritual development. This psychology, known as honey, is only able to be passed from one kahuna to another. Ho'olamilomi, practice of massage, used for childbirth, congestion, and asthma, used on babies and children to mold features for beauty and strength. Laolapo, herbal healing practice including the use of plants, animals, and minerals. Ho'oponopono, counseling and meditation to resolve conflict. Can be done in both group and individual settings. In group settings, it is common that everyone speaks and no one is permitted to leave until all resentments and feelings come out. Religion. Religion has a significant effect on birth, death, marriage, and agriculture. Regular calendar celebrations are accompanied by religious rites and ceremonies to establish and maintain proper relations with spirits. In Hawaii, hula begin as a sacred religious ceremony to give thanks to ancient gods and honor chieftains. Hawaiians particularly have strong bonds with deities, and their belief gets stronger when they feel death is approaching. Ancient religion. The ancient religion of Hawaii incorporates deities as well as magical and animal beliefs. Worship held both in homes and in open-air temples. Today many Hawaiians practice Buddhism, Shinto, and Christianity. They view death and the grief process as something self-sufficient. Each process has its own individual pace. The family elders, and in some populations the chief, make significant decisions when someone is sick or dying. They often may remain in the house for days after the death of a family member, to share memories and remind themselves of that individual. This particular practice is called talking story. They believe that when someone dies, their spirit remains in the world and thus escorts the gods. Traditionally, they express grief and sadness due to loss in several ways: wailing, chanting rituals, dancing, physical degradation or other acts of unusual grief, burying practices, and lantern floating. They believe in communication with the deceased. If there is a rainbow in the sky, they believe that a dead person is speaking to them and it has a positive effect on them. Specific things such as sharks, turtles, or sunshine have additional meaning, particularly if they are the family's totem. When the body is still in the house, no one is allowed to touch the body because of the belief that the body is now empty and may take the living person's divine power. Burials are accomplished in a number of different ways. Bringing the knees up to the chest and bundling the body. Removal of flesh and organs, and depositing them at sea. This leaves the bones in the care of the family. Long bones in the skull may be deposited into a cave or crevice. Some families bury the bodies around their land in order to maintain physical closeness. True or false? To many Pacific Islanders, the needs of the group are more important than the needs of the individual. True or false? The concept of locating focuses on having a healthy mind as well as a healthy body. Common medical problems of elderly Pacific Islanders include: select all that apply. Native Hawaiians are more likely to comply with your treatment if you Number 1. True. Number 2. False. A healthy spirit is also needed. Number 3. All are correct. Number 4. C. Conclusion. Higher rates of smoking, drinking, obesity, diabetes, and suicides. Holistic view of health. Culture, spirituality, and family strongly influence their health behaviors. Sources used. Are there any questions? Thank you.